G'day, it's Joel Rasmussen from Southern Cross Combat, and I'm here at City Kickboxing talking to Mr. Kevin Jousset. Kevin, first off, thank you for having me in the gym. I really do appreciate it. You were just doing some training. How was training today?
Yeah, it was good, man. Last training before I leave to America. I'm leaving in like 5 hours or something. So yeah, just smashed the last training. Felt great. The weight is on point, so excited for next week.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that, and I know it's a tight schedule, so I do appreciate the time. It's a good atmosphere in the gym. It's work, but it also seems fun. You have fun. You're singing along to the music if the mic's picking it up. How is the atmosphere in the gym? How are you feeling?
Yeah, man, it's great. Like we always have heaps of guys fighting, so the atmosphere is always great in this gym. Like heaps of good people. And yeah, we're just pushing each other and trying to just make each other reach their goals. So we won the fight last night on Hex. There were some pretty good, big fights, good fights for the guys. And yeah, that's us next week. So yeah.
As a man who came up through Hex and held 2 titles in Hex, it doesn't feel like it's that long ago, but of course you're on the world stage now. I'm sure it kind of feels like a lifetime ago. How was it to be back at Hex?
Yeah, it's good, man. Like I'm very appreciative from those guys. Like they gave me the platform to fight. Australia on the biggest show in Australia, and obviously I had great results, and that gave me the opportunity to fight in the UFC eventually. So I'm very grateful to all the Hex guys. And yeah, seeing the show last night, them coming to New Zealand for the first time is great. The show is growing by the day. And yeah, bright future for Hex for sure. And I'm sure they're going to take over Australia and New Zealand. And it's going to be good for everyone.
As I mentioned, there's a little bit of music playing. You were kind of vibing to it before. Who's on the aux in the gym typically? Whose music is this?
It depends. Lucky it's not usually. Otherwise the music would be shit, to be fair. But I don't know who is on today, but it's not too bad. So we aren't going to complain.
Would this be on your playlist?
Maybe not, but it's all right. I still like it.
Now, the last time I interviewed you before your last fight, I talked about you were the only guy from City Kickboxing on the card, and I asked you, how do you feel about that? And you said, ask me after how I feel about it. So how was it for you to be the one man flying the City Kickboxing flag that card?
Yeah, it was good, like I had all my team for me and looking after me, helping me as well as they could, and it was great. And obviously we got the results, like it was a nice win against a tough opponent. So yeah, it was great. This time we have another guy. We have Carlos on the card, so Carlos and myself. I'm very excited. Carlos is a good friend of mine. We always train together and help each other as much as we can. So it's exciting to be on the same cards and Carlos, and I'm looking forward for us having great results next week.
So you're fighting Jared Gooden. What are your thoughts on him as a competitor, as an opponent?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, every fighter in the UFC is good. He has his strength, he has his weaknesses, and I make sure I capitalize on them.
Now, I'm sure he's not looking to make it a habit, but I believe twice in his UFC career he's missed weight. Is that I know you're focusing on you and you're focusing on your weight, but when you're prepping for a fight, do things like that creep in? Are you ever worried about him making weight?
It's okay if he misses weight. I'll just get 30% of his purse. I'll fight him. Don't show anybody. I couldn't care less, to be very honest with you. Of course, it would be better if he makes weight, but if he doesn't, cool. Give me 30% of your purse. I just hope he gets paid a lot, so I'll get more money.
A little bit of a bonus for you for going all the way over. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I do feel bad. But Brody is walking around. I'm not even going to attempt it because I don't want to slaughter his last name. But he won Relentless, and he's now got a scholarship here. How has it been training with him? Do you ever cross paths with him much?
Yeah, he's a bit lighter than me, so we don't get to train as often as some other guys. But I've trained with him a tiny bit, and I've seen him training and stuff. And yeah, great guy, good fighter, and a bright future. I'm sure he's still very young in the game, so he's learning a lot. And it's good to see him improving by the day. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see what the future holds for him.
I know some gyms kind of structure it differently with who goes with who. Here in your training at City Kickboxing, what is that? Who are the guys you typically go with? What kind of weights do you work with a lot?
Pretty much welterweight to heavyweight. But yeah, most likely welter, middleweight, light heavy. And yeah, all the big names, and also some of the guys who are not on the big stage just yet, but are as good, So yeah, heaps of good guys to train here for me.
Now, obviously, you don't walk around at the literal welterweight limit, but neither do the people you train with. So you're still kind of one of the lighter guys in those sessions if you're dealing with people who are light heavyweight and heavyweight. How is that for you?
It's all right, man. Like I've done judo for 20 years, and that's a sport where you need to be very strong. So strength has never been a problem for me. And yeah, I don't mind. And plus, that's training, you know, like we're here to make each other better. We're not here to kill each other. That's training. And this gym is great because people actually understand that. So yeah, no, I can train with bantamweight and I won't try to hurt them. And I can train with heavyweights. They won't try to kill me either. So it's all right.
Now, before your last fight spoke to you, that was in November, and you got an opportunity. You went back to France to enjoy your holidays. How was it to get to go home?
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Yeah, it's always good to see my family, you know. Like last year, I got to see them twice, which was a lot compared to the last few years, you know. So I'm very grateful, you know. Before I made it to the UFC, my goal was once I start making slightly more money, I'll be able to see my family and my friends back home more often. And I can finally do that, so I'm very grateful. And yes, and I got to train over there for a month as well. I had heaps of good guys to train with as well. They were more grapplers, so different style. It was good. It was good, and yeah.
Talking about like that concept of home, is like Paris, not Paris, France is the country. Paris is the place. France is still home to you?
Yes, it is. France is still home because that's where my heart is. You know what I mean? Like I grew up there. All my family is here. Friends that I've had for like over 25 years are still there, and I miss them. You know, but part of home is here too now. You know, I've been here for 5 years now, and like you know, like most of my life is here. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard to explain. You know, like I'm split in between both, and I just make it work as well as possible. But I'm always happy to go home to refresh my mind, and then every time I come here, I know why I'm here. I have goals in mind, and I'm just every time I'm here, I just do my best to reach my goals as fast as possible.
Talking about that, as you said, that it's kind of two homes. You don't get to go there. Well, you're getting to go there a little bit more now and see family. But how do you stay kind of connected to France while you're away for so long?
Call them. Yeah, well, yeah, like I call my family and my friends maybe once a week or something like that. So it's alright. Like we keep in touch. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just hope that I can fight often enough, so at least in between fights, I can just take a couple of weeks, go home, see them, refresh, come back here, grind again, get another win, and do it all over again, you know?
I thank you so much for this time. I have one more question for you. So you were just wrapping up a session there, doing some really good work, and after the session wrapped up, you kind of walked off. You were by yourself for a moment. You walked down there. I didn't get a chance to see you, but when you go off by yourself when you're so close to a fight, what are you doing? Are you thinking to yourself, like, what is that moment like where you kind of break away from everyone?
Yeah, I was just thinking, that's it, that's done. We've done the work now, you know, like I've done, you know, like as I explained, I sacrifice a lot, but it's not even sacrificing because that's my choice, you know, nobody's forcing me to do it, but I do a lot of choices in life who are not always easy, you know, just to reach my goals. And when I finish a camp like that, and I know the fight is about to happen next week, I'm just glad it's about to happen. And now I'm just gonna enjoy the week coming and the fight. And yeah, that's it. It's more like a relief, you know. I'm like, that's done. Now let's get to work and let's have some fun and get a good win and then bring some money home.
Kevin, I thank you so much for your time. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for having me.